Alright everybody, it's been a long time, but you know, I've been spending a lot of time flying the airplane and learning, relearning it, trying to work out a couple of bugs and make sure that I'm flying the way I should be. But you know, it's been great, and I've learned quite a bit. Got a GoPro 7 out on the wing, and then a GoPro Fusion 360 camera down by the tail, and then I'll take some real high quality iPhone photos as well. But stay tuned, excited to show you guys a new adventure and go see what kind of trouble I can get myself into, or hopefully not. So this will be fun. So this flight's been pretty smooth. We got about 15 knots on the tail, 50 mile an hour on the tail anyways, and about halfway to King Salmon, just cutting through a little pass here by Sugarloaf Mountain, one of the points that we look at from the lodge to identify how much weather we have. If you see it, you're doing pretty darn good. It's about 25 miles away or something, I think. But we got a kind of scattered layer at like 2,000 feet or something like that. So just making my way over to King Salmon. I'll stop there and see a friend and get a little fuel and put some fuel in the fuel bags for extra in case my adventures run a little long today. Don't have much of a timeline, so it's going to be fun. Really excited to hear from everybody on whether they've been in and around this area, cool places that they've seen, things that they've wanted to see. My adventure is hopefully going to be down the Bristol Bay coast looking for Japanese glass balls, glass floats that they use for commercial fishing and such. Just a cool little treasure you can find. Coming up on a place called Pilot Point, and just past a really cool settlement, a couple of buildings there, and there was a really cool dead whale right there, but it's literally in somebody's front yard. So I don't think I'll stop by on that one, and there's a whole bunch of color left on it, so I don't think that that's going to be a very pleasant smell. So I'll leave that one for them, and I'm just going to continue on southbound here. See if we can find a little nicer spot and a few less people. I haven't seen any people, but there's four-wheeler tracks everywhere, and I'm trying to get away from that. So yonderward we go. So I'm just a few miles north of a well-known walrus spot. A friend of mine was helping inform me about where to go and where not to go, and of course the chart mentions it as well, so we got to stay high and clear, but I'm gaining some altitude heading south along the coast here, and see if maybe we can find a few walruses. Walrus-I, walruses, walrususes, walrus. I like that. We'll go with that.
Well, unfortunately, I'm a little out of practice with my GoPros, therefore I'm having battery issues. Imagine that. But I landed at Port Huyton, got some fuel, continued onward, and now I'm on just a random beach somewhere. But right over there is a dead whale. So grabbed a vertebrae and I think they're called discs, little flat disc looking things between the vertebrae. Don't know what I'm gonna make out of it or do with, but I don't know. Sounds cool to me. And I just gotta get out and stretch my legs. It was blowing 20 knots or more in Port Huyton, and then just a few miles south and it's calm, a little drizzly, but man, is it beautiful. Check this out. Somewhere over there's a different country. So it's been on my bucket list for a long time to fly over to this coast, look around for walrus and whale pieces and parts and glass balls. And it's proven to be a little difficult. I talked to a local guy and he says that a lot of airplanes out flying, so trying to find them is pretty tough. Oh man, look at the flowers. Look at these. I did it. I finally found my very first glass ball. Woohoo! Look at that. How cool is this? Japanese glass ball used to hold nets to certain places in the ocean. Really, really cool. Oh my gosh, I'm so excited. My very first glass ball. Let's go find some more. There's a whole lot of jellyfish. So while I'm wandering around trying not to step on stranded jellyfish and picking up some of these glass balls, it reminds me that I was told by somebody at some point in time that these glass balls were actually glass blown into balls from sand on the ships out in the ocean. They would leave port empty, therefore they're super light. They would need the sand for ballast, so they would use the sand. And as they went out, they would just glow glass balls and then use them as floats, and they know they're gonna lose some or whatever. And I suppose if they had extra ballast, they could always throw it overboard because it's natural sand. Sounds like a really good idea. Did it ever actually, is that true? If anybody knows, I'd love to hear, especially if you can tell me where you learned it. Sounds like that should be some knowledge in a cool book or stories from an older mug that has done a lot and seen a lot and could teach me a lot. But whether it's true or not, glass balls are still really cool.